Welcome to Railroads Online. I am Cowboy Civ, and today will be another episode of Traintalk, and we will be going over Railroad.Studio. So, without further ado, let's get into the first steps of this. So, first thing you want to do, you have Railroad Studios. As this is a new map for me, we're going to save it. We're going to make it slot 7. We'll back out. And then we'll go here. So, with this, now we're going to enter. Well, first things, we will leave this session, because we're going to do some changes and stuff. So with that, get into it. Alright, so now we are in Railroad Studios. Use a file number. So you want to go to save games. So if you don't have it pinned like I do, you would want to come down here to the PC. And then you want to go to user. So that will be in local disk. So I'll want to go to user, that up, and open your username. And then, if I do believed, we need to go to app data, local, Railroadsonline, and save. And then you want to go down to save games, which will bring up the same thing. Click on which map you want to use. We're using 7, and then we will open. And then it brings up all these wonderful toys. So, new map, as you can tell. There are no tracks, because there's no tracks laid, but it will show you tracks. And I will hop in, once we get to that point, into a map that I play on. So, we're going to start off simple in this episode. This one's going to be multiple parts. So today, we're going to focus on trees and tree brush. So, with the tree brush, you come in, and it gives you a little green circle here. Make it big by using the mouse wheel, make it small. Now, if you need to do anything, you have to disable tree brush. So we will zoom into the freight depot here. So, tree brush, once again, wheel circle to change the size of the brush. So with this one, we'll go about there. So now, we'll need to do left click, which does nothing. But if you do right click, it'll start removing the trees. Left click puts the trees back to a point. Now, as you see, we have this empty space here. That is where the viewing section is. That's where that little track sits. As you can see, it's not in there, but that's where that track sits. But yeah. So you'll do that. Remove all that. And now we'll cancel it. Save. They'll bring it in there. Then you want to come back to your files. Go to your downloads. And you want to rename it. You don't want modified, so we need slot 7. we now have successfully saved it. Now we want to put it here. We'll come into downloads, grab it, and put it in our save games. Yes, we want to replace the file. And then now we will get back into the game. All right, now that we're back into the game, see all the trees that we have removed. So this shows us we have successfully loaded the trees. The trees have been deleted. So now, come back in. I always save again and back out. So now we'll leave the session again. And we'll enter back into Railroads Online Studios. So now once again, we need to leave, enter, use the file again. And now we're up to the updated trees. Now for these, we can cut all the trees, which will remove every single tree on the map. I've noticed there are some updates on here because there's some new things. So when you cut all the trees, it increases the file to a larger file size. Plant all trees, you gotta be careful with that because it'll plant them all over, everywhere, in the buildings, places where you can't get to them. So I say avoid this one. If you cut all trees, which is fine, you can do that, lay your tracks out a lot easier. But when you want to put the trees back in, do smart plant. That'll leave spaces where you got rails, buildings, stuff like that. Smart cut trees. Now let's take a look at this. So I believe this is the preview. Yeah, remove all trees. See? Rendering trees. Give it time. And I'll show you what each one does. We're going to remove all the trees out of here. Then we'll go lay some track. And then we'll do... The danger is plant all of them back. Gotta wait. Taking a long time. There's a lot of trees. There's thousands of trees on this map. It's gonna take some time. Now I'm gonna note with this that this is a third-party application. So it does have its issues. If you start doing too much, it starts getting slower. So what you'll need to do is just save it, back out, load it on your map, change out the save files, come back into it, and continue. We'll have to make mental notes because you'll lose this. You'll lose the show of the trees you have removed. So, well, as soon as this is done, we will get back into it. And I will show you what a map looks like when all the trees are removed. See? So if we zoom out, it is showing you all the trees it's removing right now. So it has removed all these trees. Every single one. This is what I mean by it's getting slow, because it's doing a lot. So far, she has removed all these trees. And it's doing it in quadrants. So you'll be able to see all the trees it's removing. It's removing all of them. So as I say, we'll come back into with you guys once this is done. Alrighty, now we're back. It's gonna take a minute because we just got done removing all the trees off this map. It's thinking. There we go. And now, as you can see, there's not a single tree on this map. Not a single tree. Oh yeah. There's not one tree on this map. Yeah, there's some trees, but on the playable map area, there are no trees whatsoever. So with this, you can really get some good layouts going. As you can see where you're going. You can see every building's. So. All right. So now that we got this one done, I'm gonna make this one my test map, so we're gonna save it. Plot 8 for right now. We'll leave this session, and we will go back to the studio. So now that we are back, we'll go to the trees. And I will show you what flat tall trees dangerous means. So let's get that going. All trees are planted, so now we'll save again. And I will show you what I mean by this is no good. Just don't plant tall trees, because then you're just gonna cause problems for yourself. Alright, now we're back. Oh god. The trees. Tree got our Armageddon here. So now when they say you gotta be careful, I mean literally it plants every tree. This is what I'm talking about, why it says dangerous, because it puts trees where trees weren't once before. So with that, we'll come here. Then this is what I'm talking about. It puts the trees in the buildings. And as we're all aware, a lot of these trees you won't be able to get to, because they're literally inside the buildings. So with that, we'll exit out and we'll do a smart plant. And we will end the video there. So yeah, I will be right back. We'll go to the studio, do the smart plant, and then we will come back in and I'll show you what smart plant is. All right, just got done doing the smart plant. So let's see what we got here. There we go. Now we're in the smart plant. As you can see, nice and clear. Don't have to worry about that. Nice and clear in the buildings. No more trees. And like I say, it's a smart plant, so it cleared this area as well. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Railroad Studios, how to work with the trees. In our next episode, we will go in on building placements and moving industries. That'll be the next episode. So look forward to that. And as always, like, comment, share. Sure does help the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.